So I wanted to play on a team that was about winning, and I needed to be in a position where I was going to play. You know, some of the other teams that were, that we spoke to wasn't sure what kind of role I would have. And, for me, I didn't think that was, productive for what I was trying to get done. I feel like I'm in a position where I could prove myself again, and I feel like the only way I can do that is by being out there on the floor. What better way than being here and helping this team get to the playoffs.
So this team has a lot of young players, especially at the 4 position. So coming in, is there any expectations for minutes, or do you expect to compete with them for minutes?
I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Nobody gave me nothing my whole career. So I'm just gonna go out and compete against those guys and help them also. You know what I mean? Because the one thing that I learned, when I first came in, I was with Antonio and Davis, and they put their arms around me and they taught me a lot. And Derek McKee, those are the 3 guys that really taught me a lot of, and helped me mold my game. So I feel like, I just have to give back. And the way I give back is by helping those young guys.
I think most people know what kind of player you are, but are there any kind of surprises you think you can bring that this team may not be expecting?
I don't know. I'm just gonna bring an attitude, and just try to get these guys on board that, we're just gonna go out and, we're just gonna try to change the culture out there on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna try to be a nasty, tough team.
I've seen you play. I've seen you practice and play and pick up games. You play pretty serious. You treat it like a real game.
Yeah, definitely. I try to play every game like it's my last. You know what I mean? I try not to take it for granted. The one thing for me was that I got hurt early in my career with my back. When I hurt my back, the doctor that did my surgery told me there was a chance that I might not be able to continue to play and stuff like that. So ever since then, I just feel like every game I play is a blessing. You know what I mean? And I try to play them all like it's my last.
What if someone asked you maybe just 12 months ago, especially with all the things that have gone on with this franchise, like, hey, Al, do you want to be a Washington Wizard? What would you even contemplate that, or?
They probably wasn't on my radar at the time. You know what I mean? I was a year ago. I guess I was in Denver at the time or whatever. But no, I wasn't thinking about Washington. But I'm happy I'm here now. I'm excited about it.
Do you remember your last game here? I think you came off here like 4 3-pointers in the final period and scored 29 off the bench.
I like this. I like shooting in this gym. So hopefully I can carry it on with the uniform on now.
What have you seen from John Wall just being on the outside in his development?
Yeah, if he developed that jump shot, I think he'll be probably a top 5 point guard before we know it. You know what I mean? Because he's so fast and so explosive. I don't think nobody can guard him one-on-one. Well, I know nobody can guard him one-on-one. So once they have to, be in fear of that jumper, I think his game is just going to go through the roof.
What'd they tell you your exact role will be on this team?
We didn't really talk specifics yet. I spoke to Ernie, I spoke to, Randy. We just talked overall, just, about me being here, just being a leader, and, just knowing that if I do what I've done in the past, I'll find minutes on the floor. So that's kind of where we left it. And like I said, I don't want no promises. I feel like I perform better when my back's against the wall. You know what I mean? And I just feel like a lot of people wrote me off last year because of an injury that was out of my control. But, I'm back healthy now and I'm ready to go.
This team does have a lot of expectations going into next season, well, at least in comparison to what there was in the last few years. But what do you think is a realistic goal for this team moving forward and for the years forward?
I really believe we're a playoff team. When I look at the teams, obviously the East has definitely got better. And, we have 5 teams that are staples. And then I think the last 3 spots are wide open. And I feel like, at the end of the day, we should definitely be one of those teams. And, if we play the right way, play hard, defend. The one thing I didn't know about this team was that they was a top 10 defensive team, last year. And, if we can defend and we'll score points, I know I can do it. I know John can do it. I know Nene can do it. Bradley can do it. We got enough guys that can put the ball in the hole. But if we can be a top 10 defensive team, I don't see why we don't make the playoffs. Cool.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. See you soon.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Al. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by, folks.